Success Through Self-Improvement, written and published by Sonic Tome. In the quiet corners of our minds, where aspirations meet reality, lies an untamed reservoir of potential. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast landscape, a horizon painted with the colors of possibility. Each shade represents a dream waiting to be realized, a passion longing to be ignited. Yet, amidst this breathtaking vista, many of us find ourselves grappling with unseen barriers, shackled by the weight of past experiences and limiting beliefs. This is not just a narrative of success, it's a call to adventure, a journey that begins within. Every moment holds the power to transform, to awaken the dormant energy that resides in each of us. The choices we make, the thoughts we nurture, and the actions we take create the tapestry of our lives. But the journey to uncovering our true potential requires more than mere desire. It demands an exploration of the self, an unflinching examination of our innermost fears and desires. As we delve into this exploration, we confront the intricate dance between our thoughts and our realities. Every thought is a seed, planted in the fertile ground of our minds, capable of blossoming into the life we envision or wilting under the weight of doubt. Here, the art of self-awareness becomes our greatest ally, a powerful tool that enables us to sift through the noise of self-criticism and external expectations. It illuminates the path toward understanding ourselves deeply, allowing us to embrace our strengths while acknowledging our vulnerabilities. Throughout this journey, we will uncover the habits and patterns that silently shape our lives. These are the invisible threads that weave through our daily routines, often unnoticed, yet profoundly influential. By breaking free from the constraints of outdated mindsets, we open ourselves to a new horizon, a space where growth becomes not just a possibility, but an exhilarating reality. This voyage is not merely about individual achievement, it is about laying the foundations of legacy. The impact of our growth radiates outward, touching the lives of those around us. As we evolve, we become beacons of inspiration, illuminating the paths of others and fostering a community dedicated to mutual upliftment. Each step we take has the potential to create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings, shaping futures and igniting passions in countless others. Every journey begins with a single step, but what if that step could lead to profound transformation? What if embracing the power within, mastering the present, and cultivating an unwavering focus could redefine not only our lives, but also the lives of those we encounter? Here lies the heart of our exploration. The understanding that our potential is not a distant dream, but a living reality waiting to be awakened. Prepare to embark on an expedition that transcends conventional boundaries, challenging you to embrace your inner power and reimagine your journey. This is an invitation to break free from the ordinary, to harness the energy of your focus, and to build unshakable foundations that will support your growth. As you traverse the landscape of self-discovery, remember that the journey is not just about reaching a destination. It is about reveling in the process, embracing the lessons, and inspiring others along the way. Welcome to the beginning of a transformative adventure. Your adventure. Chapter 1. The Power Within. Within each of us lies an immense reservoir of strength, intelligence, and creativity, often hidden beneath layers of doubt, fear, and preconceived limitations. This power is not something external or bestowed by others. It is a force that has always been part of who we are. The challenge most people face is that they never truly tap into this energy, allowing it to remain dormant. Yet, those who do find it become unstoppable, capable of achieving feats they once considered impossible. The journey to uncovering this internal power begins with a simple yet profound shift, recognizing that the barriers we face are often self-imposed. From childhood, we are conditioned to believe certain things about ourselves, whether by society, family, or the world at large. These beliefs form invisible walls around our potential, subtly convincing us that we are smaller than we truly are. The first step toward releasing our inner strength is to become aware of these invisible constraints and recognize them for what they are. Illusions. It is said that the mind is both our greatest ally and our greatest enemy. The same mental faculties that allow us to imagine, create, and grow can also imprison us if we allow doubt to take root. The mind, however, is malleable. Just as a sculptor shapes clay, we too can mold our thoughts, habits, and beliefs to unlock this hidden reservoir. It begins with small, deliberate changes in perspective, moving from self-limitation to self-empowerment. The more we challenge our mental boundaries, the more we realize how many of them are entirely fictitious. Beyond the mind lies the heart, the seat of desire and passion. Often, the key to unlocking our inner power is to align our actions with our deepest desires. When we pursue goals that resonate with our true selves, something magical happens. Effort becomes joy, challenges become opportunities, and progress becomes inevitable. This alignment taps into the very core of who we are, merging our inner power with the external world in a harmonious dance of purpose and fulfillment. Our physical bodies, too, play a crucial role in this process. Just as the mind and heart must be aligned, the body must be ready to act as the vessel through which our inner power is channeled. Regular physical care, through movement, breath, and attention to well-being, allows this energy to flow freely. The body, in its optimal state, becomes the tool through which we manifest our internal potential into tangible outcomes. It becomes the engine that drives our creative force into the world. However, tapping into this power is not a one-time revelation. It requires daily practice, constant awareness, and a commitment to growth. The process is iterative. Each time we push beyond our previous limits, we expand our understanding of what is possible. With each new challenge we face, we uncover more of our internal strength, realizing that this power is not finite. The more we use it, the more it grows. Additionally, the power within us thrives in solitude. In moments of quiet reflection, when the noise of the world subsides, we can hear the inner voice that guides us toward our highest potential. It is in these moments of silence that our deepest insights emerge and our truest desires become clear. This is not a voice of fear or doubt, but one of clarity, courage, and purpose. The journey of discovering this inner power is deeply personal and unique for every individual. Some may find their strength through creative expression, others through intellectual pursuits, and still others through physical endurance. There is no singular path to unlocking this potential, but the common thread is a deep, unwavering belief in one's ability to grow, to evolve, and to become more than they once imagined. This inner power is not something that can be measured by external standards of success. It is not about accolades, wealth, or status. It is about the quiet, confident knowledge that you are capable of far more than you have ever been told, and that you possess within you the means to achieve it. Once this realization takes hold, the way forward becomes clear. Obstacles no longer seem insurmountable, and challenges become a source of excitement rather than fear. To access this power, one must also be willing to embrace discomfort. Growth, by its very nature, requires stepping into the unknown. It is often uncomfortable, even painful at times. Yet, it is through these moments of discomfort that we stretch the boundaries of what we believe is possible. The greater the challenge, the greater the potential for growth. By willingly stepping into these uncomfortable spaces, we forge a path toward becoming the most powerful versions of ourselves. Ultimately, the power within is a force of transformation. It allows us to rewrite the narratives of our lives, to move from limitation to possibility, from fear to confidence, from doubt to certainty. This power is not a gift given to the lucky few. It is a birthright that belongs to all of us. It has been waiting patiently beneath the surface, ready to be awakened by those who dare to look inward and believe in their own greatness. Once unlocked, it becomes the driving force behind everything we do, shaping not only our destiny, but the world around us. Chapter 2. The Journey of the Mind. The mind is a vast, intricate landscape, shaping our experiences, decisions, and ultimately, the life we live. It acts as both the creator and interpreter of reality, silently steering the course of our actions and reactions. Everything begins within the mind, a thought, an idea, a perception. These mental seeds take root, influencing not only how we view the world but how the world responds to us in return. What many fail to realize is the immense power that thoughts hold. Thoughts are not passive. They are active forces that carry energy, affecting both the internal and external realms. When a thought enters the mind, it begins to weave itself into the fabric of our consciousness. Over time, it shapes our beliefs, our attitudes, and our habits, which in turn create the outcomes we experience in life. The quality of our thoughts, then, becomes the architect of the reality we live in. The journey of the mind is one of awareness. Most people go through life unaware of the immense influence their thoughts have over their circumstances. They accept what they see and experience as fixed, never questioning the role their mental state plays in shaping those outcomes. Yet, the truth is that the mind is constantly creating. Every thought sends ripples through the vast ocean of possibility, influencing how opportunities, challenges, and relationships unfold. To navigate the mind effectively, it is essential to recognize that thoughts do not exist in isolation. They are deeply interconnected with our emotions, our body, and even the environment around us. A single negative thought, for instance, can create a cascade of emotions that affect not only our mood, but our physiology, tightening muscles, quickening the heartbeat, and altering the tone of our voice. In turn, this physical state influences how others perceive us, which can lead to a feedback loop, reinforcing the initial thought. On the other hand, a positive, empowering thought has the opposite effect. It can shift our emotional state, creating a sense of openness and possibility. This mental and emotional alignment subtly changes how we carry ourselves, how we speak, and how we engage with the world. Opportunities begin to emerge where there were none before, simply because our mindset has shifted from one of limitation to one of potential. But the mind, by its nature, is not always easy to steer. It is full of contradictions, distractions, and habitual patterns that often pull us in different directions. The key to harnessing the power of the mind lies in developing a deeper level of awareness, an ability to observe our thoughts without becoming entangled in them. This requires a kind of mental discipline, not through force or suppression, but through gentle observation. By watching the flow of thoughts as they arise and pass, we begin to understand their fleeting nature. We can choose which thoughts to follow and which to let go. The journey of the mind is not about controlling every thought. Such a task would be impossible. Rather, it is about directing the mind's attention toward thoughts that serve our highest potential. The more we focus on ideas of growth, abundance, and purpose, the more our reality begins to align with these concepts. This isn't mere wishful thinking. It is a natural law of focus and energy. The mind, like a lens, magnifies whatever it focuses on, and in doing so, brings those experiences into sharper clarity in our lives. At the same time, we must also confront the darker aspects of the mind, the fears, doubts, and insecurities that creep in unbidden. These thoughts, too, hold power, but only to the extent that we allow them to dominate our thinking. When fear arises, it can cloud our vision, convincing us that failure is inevitable or that the risks are too great. In truth, fear is often a mental construct, a projection of worst-case scenarios that rarely come to pass. The journey of the mind, then, involves not just cultivating positive thoughts, but also learning to face and disarm the negative ones. This requires a kind of mental flexibility. It is not enough to simply dismiss negative thoughts. We must learn to understand them. Often, they are rooted in deeper beliefs about our worth, our capabilities, or our past experiences. By examining these beliefs with curiosity rather than judgment, we can begin to unravel the mental knots that hold us back. In doing so, we free the mind to think more expansively, more creatively, and with greater clarity. The influence of thoughts goes beyond just personal outcomes. Thoughts shape the way we interact with others and the world at large. They influence how we perceive challenges, how we treat those around us, and how we contribute to the larger tapestry of society. A mind that is open, flexible, and filled with possibility creates not just a better life for the individual, but a ripple effect that benefits others. Conversely, a mind that is closed, rigid, and filled with negativity sends out waves of limitation and conflict. To truly harness the mind's potential, we must also recognize the role of the subconscious, the part of the mind that operates beneath the surface, quietly driving our behaviors and decisions. While the conscious mind is aware of the thoughts we actively think, the subconscious is the storehouse of all the experiences, memories, and beliefs that have shaped us. It is this subconscious programming that often dictates much of what we do, even when we are not fully aware of it. The subconscious does not distinguish between empowering and disempowering thoughts. It absorbs whatever we feed it. Therefore, it is essential to become mindful of the mental diet we are consuming on a daily basis. Just as the body is nourished by food, the mind is nourished by thoughts. By feeding the mind with ideas that support our growth, we begin to rewire the subconscious, creating a fertile ground for positive outcomes to flourish. As we progress on this journey of the mind, we begin to see the interconnectedness of thoughts and reality in ever more profound ways. We start to notice how the smallest shift in mindset can create a ripple effect, changing the course of our actions and the results we achieve. We come to understand that the external world is not a fixed, unchangeable entity, but a reflection of our inner world. By transforming our inner dialogue, we transform the world we live in. Through this journey, the mind becomes not just a tool for survival or problem solving, but a gateway to a higher level of existence. It allows us to move beyond the limitations we once accepted as fact and to step into a realm where anything is possible. The more we explore the vastness of the mind, the more we realize that its potential is limitless, shaped only by the boundaries we place upon it. And as we break through those boundaries, we unlock new dimensions of creativity, insight, and understanding, forever altering the course of our lives. Chapter 3. Breaking the Old. In every person's life there are deeply ingrained habits, mindsets, and patterns that silently shape our actions, limiting what we can achieve. These are not always obvious. They operate like background noise, quietly influencing decisions and behaviors without much conscious awareness. To break free from these old patterns, we must first recognize that they exist and understand the subtle but powerful ways they hold us back. Habits, both mental and physical, are formed over time through repetition. They become automatic responses, a way for the mind and body to conserve energy by not having to think through every single action. While this is helpful in some instances, it becomes a hindrance when these automatic responses are not aligned with our goals or values. These habitual ways of thinking and acting become grooves in the mind, well-worn paths that are hard to deviate from, even when we know they no longer serve us. One of the most challenging aspects of breaking the old is that these patterns often feel comfortable and familiar. Even when we recognize that they are limiting, they provide a certain sense of security. It is easier to continue in the same direction than to carve a new path. Yet growth requires discomfort. It requires the courage to step away from what feels safe and venture into unknown territory. This act of stepping away is the first and most difficult step in breaking free from old patterns. Mindsets are perhaps even more deeply rooted than habits. They are the lenses through which we view the world, and they often go unquestioned. A fixed mindset, for example, might tell you that your abilities are set in stone, that you are only capable of achieving so much, and that failure is a reflection of your limitations. This mindset quietly shapes your decisions, causing you to avoid risks or challenges for fear of failure. It limits not only what you attempt but also what you believe is possible. To break free from such limiting mindsets, one must first cultivate awareness. It requires looking at your life and recognizing where you are holding yourself back, not because of external circumstances, but because of your internal beliefs. Often these beliefs are not even your own. They are inherited from family, culture, or past experiences. They were formed during times when you needed them to survive or navigate particular situations. but they no longer apply to the life you are trying to create. This process of breaking the old is not about rejecting everything that came before. It is about discerning what is still useful and what is not. It is about questioning the assumptions that have guided your life up until this point and having the willingness to release what no longer serves you. This requires a level of self-honesty that can be uncomfortable. It means acknowledging that some of the struggles you face are of your own making, rooted in choices and patterns you have clung to, often unconsciously. Patterns of behavior are perhaps the most insidious because they can be deeply intertwined with our identity. We become attached to the roles we play, the ways we interact with others, and the stories we tell about ourselves. These patterns can show up in our relationships, our work, and even in how we approach our personal growth. They create a sense of predictability, but they also keep us stuck in cycles that prevent us from moving forward. Breaking these patterns requires not just a change in behavior, but a shift in how we see ourselves. This shift involves letting go of the idea that who you are is fixed or defined by your past. It means recognizing that you are capable of change, that the roles you have played in the past do not have to dictate the roles you play in the future. This can be a difficult realization, as it often means confronting fears about who you might become if you step out of those old roles. But it is only by doing so that you can fully step into your potential. In many ways, breaking the old is an act of unlearning. It is about unraveling the beliefs, habits, and patterns that were taught to you, or that you adopted as a means of survival in a different phase of life. This unlearning can feel like losing something, but in reality, it is a process of gaining freedom. It is about creating space for new ways of thinking, new ways of being, and new possibilities. As you release these old patterns, you begin to realize just how much they were holding you back. It is important to recognize that this process is not linear. It does not happen all at once. There will be moments of progress followed by setbacks, moments when the old patterns resurface, trying to pull you back into the familiar. This is natural. The mind and body resist change because it requires effort and energy. But with persistence, the new patterns begin to take hold. The more you practice breaking the old, the more natural it becomes to live in a state of growth and expansion. This is not about perfection. You will still have moments where old habits and mindsets creep in. The difference is that once you are aware of them, they lose their power over you. They no longer dictate your actions in the same way. You become more conscious of your choices, more intentional in how you respond to challenges and opportunities. Over time, this leads to a profound shift in how you experience life. Breaking the old also requires a deep sense of trust in yourself and trust in the process of change. It is about believing that you are capable of creating new patterns, even when the old ones feel deeply ingrained. This trust allows you to move through the discomfort of change, knowing that on the other side lies a version of yourself that is more aligned with your true potential. As you continue to break the old, you will begin to notice subtle but powerful shifts in your life. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will become attainable. Relationships that were once strained will start to evolve. Most importantly, you will begin to see yourself in a new light, not as someone bound by the past, but as someone capable of shaping the future. This is the ultimate freedom that comes from breaking the old, the realization that you are not defined by your habits, your mindsets, or your patterns. You are defined by your ability to change, to grow, and to continually become more than you ever thought possible. Chapter 4. The New Horizon. There comes a moment in every journey where the horizon shifts, and what once seemed distant and unattainable begins to come into view. This is the point where personal evolution takes hold. It's not just about change. It's about expanding your vision, realizing that the world is far larger than the limited view you once held. Stepping into this new horizon requires more than just letting go of the past. It involves embracing an entirely new way of seeing yourself and the world. Opening yourself up to possibilities means recognizing that life is not fixed or predetermined. The boundaries that once seemed insurmountable begin to blur, revealing new paths and opportunities. It's in this openness that true transformation occurs, not because you have mastered everything, but because you have shifted your perspective. You no longer see challenges as obstacles but as invitations to grow. You no longer feel confined by your past decisions or the expectations of others. Instead, you allow yourself to be shaped by the possibilities ahead, knowing that there is always more to discover, more to experience. Personal evolution is an ongoing process, but it begins with a willingness to step outside of the familiar. It's about venturing beyond the comfort zone that has kept you safe, but stagnant. This is not about reckless risk-taking, but about embracing the unknown with a sense of curiosity and trust. The moment you allow yourself to believe that there is more out there for you, that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, you begin to tap into a power that lies dormant until called upon. This new horizon isn't just about external success or achievement. It's about a shift in how you engage with life on every level. You begin to realize that the limits you once thought existed were self-imposed, that they were only as real as you made them. When you stop defining yourself by those limits, you create space for something new to emerge. This space is filled with potential, a potential that was always there but was waiting for you to open the door. Embracing personal evolution also means being adaptable. Life is dynamic, ever-changing, and to move forward, you must be willing to change with it. This is not about abandoning your core values or principles, but about understanding that growth requires flexibility. The person you are becoming is different from who you were yesterday, and that is a good thing. Evolution is a sign of life. It's a sign that you are moving forward, adapting, learning, and continuously seeking higher levels of fulfillment and understanding. The new horizon also challenges you to think bigger. When you open yourself up to possibilities, you begin to see that what you once thought was impossible is not only possible, but within your reach. This shift in thinking is powerful because it transforms the way you approach goals and aspirations. Instead of thinking in terms of limitations, you begin to see opportunities in places you never looked before. The key to unlocking these opportunities lies in your willingness to entertain new ideas, to stretch your mind beyond what it has known, and to take bold steps toward a future that is not yet fully defined. However, stepping into this new horizon requires a balance of both action and patience. Personal evolution is not a one-time event, but a continual unfolding. It is easy to become impatient with the process, to want immediate results. But true evolution happens gradually, through small shifts in thought, behavior, and perspective. Each step forward builds upon the last, creating a momentum that eventually carries you to places you never expected. In embracing this personal evolution, there is also a deeper sense of responsibility. The more you grow, the more you realize the influence you have, not just over your own life, but over the lives of those around you. As you expand, your presence becomes a source of inspiration for others. The way you approach life, the risks you take, and the openness you show to new possibilities all serve as a reminder that transformation is possible for everyone. This is the ripple effect of personal evolution. As you step into your potential, you invite others to do the same. There is also a sense of surrender involved in this process. Opening yourself up to the new horizon doesn't mean you have all the answers, or that the path will always be clear. It means trusting that the journey itself will reveal what you need to know along the way. It means letting go of the need for certainty and embracing the unknown as part of the adventure. This is not always easy, but it is essential. The more you surrender to the process, the more you allow life to unfold in ways that exceed your expectations. As you continue to evolve, you will begin to notice a shift in your inner world as well. The doubts and fears that once held you back lose their grip. You start to feel more grounded in who you are becoming, more confident in your ability to navigate whatever comes next. This inner transformation is reflected in your outer world. The opportunities you attract, the relationships you build, and the experiences you create all start to align with the person you are evolving into. This new horizon is also a reminder that there is no finish line. Personal evolution is not about reaching a final destination. It's about continuing to grow, to learn, and to expand. It's about becoming more fully yourself with each passing day. There will always be new horizons to explore, new levels of growth to experience, and new possibilities to embrace. The beauty of personal evolution is that it is infinite, offering endless opportunities for those who are willing to seek them out. In this ever-expanding journey, you begin to see life not as a series of challenges to overcome, but as a vast, open space filled with potential. Every experience, every moment, becomes an opportunity to evolve further. The new horizon, then, is not just a destination, it is a way of being. It is a commitment to continual growth, to always reaching for the next level, and to never settling for less than what you are capable of becoming. Chapter 5. The Mirror Effect. There is a powerful truth embedded in the way we see ourselves. The external world, in many ways, is a reflection of our internal state. This phenomenon is known as the mirror effect, where life presents us with experiences, people, and situations that reflect our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. To understand the role of self-awareness in shaping the future, one must first recognize the undeniable connection between the inner world and outer reality. Self-awareness is the key to understanding this connection. It is the process of seeing oneself clearly, without illusion or pretense. When we look into the metaphorical mirror, what we see is not just the surface, the roles we play, the actions we take, but the deeper motivations, fears, and desires that drive us. Often we resist this kind of self-reflection because it forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about who we are and the choices we've made. However, it is only by facing these truths that we can begin to harness the power of self-awareness to shape our future. The mirror effect shows us that the world around us mirrors back not only our strengths, but also our blind spots. The people we encounter and the challenges we face often reveal aspects of ourselves that we may not fully understand or acknowledge. If we find ourselves repeatedly dealing with the same struggles, it is a signal to look inward. What patterns of thinking, what emotions are being reflected back at us? What part of ourselves needs to change in order for our external circumstances to change? Self-awareness is more than just introspection. It is about understanding how your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions create the lens through which you view the world. This lens shapes how you interpret events, how you react to situations, and ultimately, the decisions you make. When you become aware of the lens you are looking through, you gain the ability to shift your perspective. This shift allows you to see new possibilities, to break free from limiting beliefs, and to make choices that align with the future you want to create. This awareness of self goes beyond the mind. It includes understanding your emotional landscape as well. Emotions are powerful indicators of what is happening inside. They tell you when something resonates with your values, or when something feels wrong. Too often we suppress or ignore emotions, especially the difficult ones like anger, fear, or sadness, because they are uncomfortable. But these emotions, when understood, provide valuable insights into our deeper selves. They reveal what we care about, what we fear, and what we desire most. When we cultivate self-awareness, we are not just observing our actions or our thoughts, we are becoming attuned to the subtle cues that our emotions provide. This deeper level of awareness allows us to make more conscious choices, to act with greater intention, and to navigate life with a clearer sense of purpose. Instead of being driven by unconscious impulses or reactive emotions, we begin to act from a place of clarity and centeredness. This shift transforms the way we engage with the world, making us more resilient and adaptable in the face of challenges. Self-awareness also requires honesty, the courage to look at ourselves without judgment, but with a willingness to accept what we find. This is perhaps the most difficult aspect of the mirror effect, because it forces us to confront parts of ourselves that we may not like or may have denied for a long time. However, this process of honest reflection is liberating. It frees us from the illusions we hold about ourselves and allows us to take ownership of our lives in a deeper way. By seeing ourselves clearly, we gain the power to change what no longer serves us. The mirror effect teaches that life is constantly giving us feedback. Every interaction, every experience is an opportunity to learn more about who we are. When something feels off, or when we encounter resistance in our lives, It is not a sign that the world is against us, but rather that there is something within us that needs attention. This feedback loop allows us to continuously evolve, to refine our understanding of ourselves, and to move closer to the person we aspire to be. As we deepen our self-awareness, we begin to understand that the future is not something that happens to us. It is something we create. The choices we make, the habits we form, and the beliefs we hold all shape the direction of our lives. When we become fully aware of these elements, we gain the ability to consciously direct our future, to align our actions with our highest aspirations. We stop reacting to life and start creating it. The mirror effect also shows us the power of our relationships. The people we surround ourselves with often reflect aspects of ourselves, whether it's our strengths or our areas of growth. If we find ourselves in relationships that drain us or challenge us, it's important to ask what these relationships are reflecting about our own beliefs or patterns. Likewise, when we encounter people who inspire us, they reflect the potential we see in ourselves. Our relationships become powerful tools for self-awareness, helping us to understand ourselves more deeply through the interactions we have with others. In this process of self-awareness, we also begin to see how we contribute to the larger world around us. Our actions ripple outward, influencing the lives of others and shaping the collective reality. As we become more aware of our own inner state, we also become more mindful of how we affect those around us. This awareness fosters a sense of responsibility, not in a burdensome way, but in a way that encourages us to live with greater integrity, to act with compassion, and to be conscious of the impact we have on the world. Through the mirror effect, self-awareness becomes a tool for not only personal growth, but also for creating a better future. As we understand ourselves more deeply, we gain the power to shape the reality we live in. The choices we make from a place of self-awareness are choices that are aligned with our true values and purpose, and as a result, they lead to a future that reflects the best of who we are. Chapter 6. The energy of focus. Focus is a potent force, a concentrated energy that, when directed with purpose, can transform both the internal and external world. At the core of focus is the ability to channel energy, not just the physical, but mental and emotional energy as well, toward a specific aim. It is the invisible thread that connects intention to action, and action to outcomes. In the modern world, where distractions are constant and time seems to slip away, mastering the art of focus becomes essential for creating meaningful change. The mind has an incredible ability to shape reality, but without direction, it can become scattered, expending energy on countless trivial pursuits that yield little lasting impact. True focus requires not just the selection of a goal, but a deep commitment to staying aligned with it, even in the face of obstacles, distractions, or setbacks. This level of concentration allows one to move from mere activity to purposeful action. There is a difference between busyness and progress. Focus ensures that your energy is invested where it matters most, driving you toward results that have lasting significance. Focus begins with clarity. You must be able to distinguish between what is essential and what is extraneous. The challenge many face is that they spend vast amounts of time and effort on tasks that seem important in the moment, but offer no real value in the long term. Without clarity, energy is dispersed rather than concentrated. Focus acts as a lens, honing your attention on what truly matters, cutting through the noise and distractions that pull you off course. This clarity of purpose allows you to see where your efforts will create the most impact and to align your actions with your greater vision. Once clarity is established, focus becomes a matter of discipline. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of tasks that demand your attention each day, but true focus means learning to say no to the non-essential. Every no is an affirmation of your commitment to your goal. It is a redirection of energy away from the trivial toward the meaningful. Discipline, in this sense, is not about rigidity, but about making deliberate choices. It's about understanding that every moment of attention you give to something that doesn't serve your larger purpose is energy diverted from where it could be making a real difference. This channeling of energy requires not just physical effort, but a strong mental and emotional alignment with your goal. When your focus is fragmented, your energy is weakened. Mental focus strengthens emotional resilience, helping you maintain momentum even when things get difficult. There will be moments of frustration, doubt, or fatigue, but focus helps you push through these moments by keeping your eyes on the larger picture. It reminds you of why you started, of the deeper meaning behind your actions, and it gives you the strength to persist. Focus is also about intensity. It's not just about what you do, but how fully you commit to doing it. When you channel your energy into a single point of action, the intensity of that focus amplifies your efforts. Think of focus as a beam of light. Diffused, it illuminates very little. But when concentrated, it can cut through steel. The same is true with your actions. When you bring your full attention and intention to a task, the results are magnified, and what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. However, focus is not static. It requires flexibility and adaptability. As you progress toward your goals, you may encounter new information, unforeseen challenges, or changing circumstances that require you to adjust your approach. Focus doesn't mean rigidly sticking to a plan at all costs. It means staying aligned with your larger purpose while being open to recalibration. It is the ability to keep your energy directed toward meaningful action, even when the path to that action shifts. Focus also involves protecting your energy from external influences. Distractions are inevitable, but how you respond to them determines whether or not you maintain your momentum. Every time you allow yourself to be pulled away from your goal, whether by external demands, self-doubt, or fleeting temptations, you lose valuable energy that could be better spent moving you closer to where you want to be. Protecting your focus means creating boundaries that guard your time and attention. It means being mindful of what you allow into your space, whether it's people, tasks, or thoughts, and ensuring that they support rather than detract from your forward movement. In focusing your energy, you must also cultivate patience. Meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. The progress you seek may come in small, incremental steps, and there will be times when it feels like nothing is happening at all. But focus reminds you that every action, no matter how small, is a contribution toward your larger vision. Patience allows you to stay committed to the process without being discouraged by temporary setbacks or delays. It helps you trust that, with sustained focus, results will come, even if they're not immediately visible. Finally, focus brings with it a sense of mastery. When you channel your energy consistently toward a single aim, you develop not only the skills required to achieve your goal, but also a deeper understanding of yourself and your capabilities. This mastery is not just about technical proficiency, it's about becoming more attuned to your inner strengths, more aware of the forces that drive you, and more confident in your ability to shape your reality. The more you focus, the more you tap into your potential, and the more you realize that there are few limits to what you can achieve when your energy is concentrated. In the end, focus is not just a tool for productivity, it is a powerful force that transforms your actions into lasting change. It gives you the ability to harness your full energy toward meaningful, purposeful efforts, ensuring that what you do is aligned with who you are becoming. The energy of focus is a force that, when channeled correctly, drives you forward with clarity, discipline, and intention, leading to outcomes that reflect the best of your efforts and your potential. Chapter 7. Building Unshakable Foundations. At the core of personal growth lies the necessity for strong, unwavering foundations. These are the principles and beliefs that anchor you when challenges arise and serve as the bedrock upon which all progress is built. Without a solid foundation, even the most ambitious efforts can crumble under the weight of external pressure or internal doubt. Just as a structure needs a firm base to withstand the forces of nature, personal growth demands a similarly resilient internal framework. Building unshakable foundations begins with a deep understanding of what truly matters to you. These foundational principles must align with your core values, those things that resonate with your deepest sense of purpose and identity. It's easy to be swayed by societal expectations or external validation, but true growth can only flourish when it's built on values that reflect your authentic self. These values become a compass, guiding your decisions and actions, especially when the path ahead is unclear or when you are faced with difficult choices. These principles are not static. They are lived through your actions, choices, and interactions. What gives them strength is consistency, acting in alignment with your core beliefs, even when it's difficult. This integrity forms the cornerstone of an unshakable foundation. When your actions consistently reflect your values, you develop a sense of inner harmony that protects you from external turbulence. Challenges will come, but they will not easily shake you, because your actions are rooted in something deeper and more enduring than temporary obstacles. A vital component of building unshakable foundations is trust, specifically, trust in yourself. Without self-trust, the foundation is fragile, susceptible to cracks in moments of doubt or fear. Developing this trust requires a commitment to self-awareness. You must not only understand your strengths, but also confront your limitations without being undermined by them. True confidence isn't about ignoring weaknesses. It's about acknowledging them, working on them, and trusting in your capacity to grow beyond them. This internal trust fortifies you, allowing you to remain steady even when external circumstances are unpredictable. Another critical element is patience. In a world driven by instant gratification, it's easy to lose sight of the value of slow, steady progress. However, personal growth is not a race, nor does it follow a predictable timeline. Building a strong foundation requires time, care, and attention. It requires understanding that growth happens in layers, with each small step adding to the strength of the whole. Rushing the process or skipping over essential steps weakens the foundation. Patience ensures that each layer is solid before moving to the next, creating a structure that can support you in the long term. Additionally, resilience is woven into the fabric of an unshakable foundation. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. But a strong foundation enables you to absorb these shocks without losing your footing. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about developing the strength to withstand it. Every challenge you overcome becomes another stone in your foundation, adding to its strength and durability. Each time you face adversity and rise again, you reinforce your ability to persist, making future challenges easier to navigate. These principles are also connected to the people you surround yourself with. While personal growth is ultimately an individual journey, it is greatly influenced by the company you keep. A strong foundation can be supported or weakened by those around you. Surrounding yourself with individuals who share similar values, who encourage your growth, and who challenge you to be better will strengthen your foundation. Conversely, allowing negative influences or toxic relationships to persist can undermine even the most well-built internal structures. Just as a building must be protected from external forces that erode its strength, so must you be mindful of the influences in your life that can chip away at your foundation. Equally important is the practice of reflection. An unshakable foundation is not something you build once and forget. It requires regular attention and maintenance. Reflection allows you to assess the state of your foundation, identifying areas that need reinforcement or repair. It provides the opportunity to revisit your values and ensure that they remain aligned with your actions. As you grow, your understanding of yourself deepens, and your foundation must evolve to reflect this. Reflection ensures that you remain grounded in your core principles, even as you continue to expand and evolve. Faith in the process is also key. There will be moments when progress feels slow, or when obstacles seem insurmountable. In these times, faith in your foundation and the principles it's built upon will carry you through. This faith is not blind optimism, but a deep-seated belief in the strength of what you've built. It's the confidence that, no matter how tough things get, the foundation you've laid is strong enough to support you. Ultimately, building unshakable foundations is about creating a strong inner framework that holds steady through the ups and downs of life. It's about being rooted in values, committed to growth, and trusting in yourself in the process. The stronger your foundation, the higher you can build. And when life's inevitable storms arrive, you will stand firm, unshaken, ready to face whatever comes next. Chapter 8. The Ripple of Consistency. Consistency is the quiet force behind all significant progress, yet it often goes unnoticed in the pursuit of dramatic results. It is the small, steady efforts, repeated over time, that accumulate into something far greater than their individual parts. Each action, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect that expands outward, influencing future actions and outcomes. The true power of consistency lies not in grand gestures, but in the steady rhythm of persistence that builds momentum, one step at a time. Every choice you make, every action you take, sets off a ripple. These ripples are subtle at first, often imperceptible, but as they overlap and reinforce one another, they create waves of change. The process is gradual, often slow enough that it may feel like nothing is happening. But over time, those ripples grow in strength and reach. They affect not only your immediate surroundings but extend into your future, shaping who you become and what you achieve. Consistency is about showing up, even when progress feels invisible. It's about committing to the process, trusting that the small actions you take today will contribute to the larger vision you are building. It requires patience and a long-term perspective. There will be days when the results seem stagnant, when it feels like all the effort is for nothing, but those are the moments when consistency is most critical. The accumulation of effort is invisible at first, but over time, the impact becomes undeniable. This is not a race toward a quick fix, nor is it about instant gratification. The ripple effect of consistency plays out over time, often in ways that cannot be predicted. The effort you put in today might not yield immediate results, but it plants the seeds for future growth. Like water slowly shaping rock, the continuous effort you invest creates lasting changes in your habits, mindset, and abilities. The impact compounds over time, turning small actions into exponential growth. What makes consistency so powerful is its ability to create momentum. Each time you follow through on a commitment, no matter how small, you reinforce a pattern of action that makes it easier to continue. The more consistent you are, the less effort it takes to maintain that momentum. It's like pushing a heavy wheel. The hardest part is getting it moving, but once it gains speed, it continues to roll with minimal effort. Momentum, once created, carries you forward, making it easier to take the next step and the one after that. Consistency also breeds mastery. The more often you practice something, the better you become at it. This is true whether you are working on a skill, building a habit, or pursuing a goal. Each repetition sharpens your abilities and deepens your understanding. It's through the process of doing something consistently that you refine your approach, discover new insights, and gradually improve. Mastery is not achieved in a single leap, but through countless small refinements over time. The more consistently you engage with something, the closer you move toward excellence. It is in the small, seemingly insignificant decisions that the power of consistency lies. Choosing to spend a few minutes every day working on a project, practicing a skill, or cultivating a positive habit might not feel impactful in the moment, but over time, these choices accumulate into something profound. The key is to stay the course, even when progress is slow. It's easy to underestimate the value of small actions, especially when the results are not immediately visible, but it's those very actions that pave the way for exponential growth. Moreover, consistency helps create discipline. By committing to small actions regularly, you train yourself to overcome the impulse to procrastinate or give up when things become difficult. It teaches you to keep going even when motivation fades, because you understand that results are built on persistence, not fleeting bursts of inspiration. Discipline is not about willpower in the moment. It's about creating habits that support long-term growth. Consistency turns those habits into second nature, making the process easier as time goes on. The ripple effect of consistency is also deeply intertwined with personal identity. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce a sense of self that aligns with your goals. You start to see yourself as someone who is reliable, someone who can be counted on to take action, no matter how small. This identity shift is crucial because it changes how you approach future challenges. When you consistently show up for yourself, You build confidence in your ability to follow through, which further fuels your progress. Consistency isn't just about individual effort. It's also about how those efforts compound over time. Small, incremental progress might not seem significant on a day-to-day basis, but over weeks, months, and years, the cumulative effect is massive. It's easy to become discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but the true impact of consistency lies in its ability to create lasting change over time. The small steps you take today are laying the foundation for the achievements of tomorrow. There's also a ripple effect beyond personal growth. The consistency with which you approach your goals influences others, even if indirectly. Whether it's in your personal or professional life, people notice when someone consistently follows through on their commitments. It builds trust and respect, both in your own eyes and in the eyes of those around you. This outward ripple extends to your relationships, your work, and your community. The steady application of effort, day after day, sends a message of reliability and strength, qualities that inspire others and create opportunities for further growth. Consistency, when applied over time, becomes transformative. It's not about making one grand leap forward, but about creating continuous ripples that eventually turn into waves. It's about understanding that the process of growth is not a single event, but a series of small actions that, when compounded over time, lead to extraordinary results. Each small effort contributes to a greater whole, turning ordinary moments into the building blocks of a remarkable journey. Chapter 9. Mastering the Present. The present moment holds immense power, acting as the bridge between intention and action. Too often, individuals dwell on the past or worry about the future, allowing these distractions to overshadow the only time that truly exists, the now. Embracing the present is not merely an exercise in mindfulness. It is a crucial strategy for harnessing your potential and propelling your journey toward success. By centering your awareness on the current moment, you open yourself up to opportunities and insights that might otherwise go unnoticed. When you focus on the present, you cultivate a heightened sense of awareness. This awareness allows you to recognize the possibilities available to you right now. It enables you to notice the subtleties in your environment, the feelings in your body, and the thoughts in your mind. This clarity leads to informed decisions and actions rather than reactions driven by past experiences or future anxieties. By engaging fully with the present, you become attuned to the rhythm of your life, finding the right timing for each endeavor. In the present moment, distractions can be transformed into tools for growth. Instead of succumbing to interruptions, you can learn to manage them effectively. Each moment provides an opportunity to practice focus, whether through refining your attention on a task at hand or redirecting your thoughts when they stray. This mastery of the present not only enhances your productivity, but also sharpens your ability to respond to challenges with grace and poise. Mastering the now also involves recognizing the importance of your thoughts and feelings in shaping your experiences. Negative emotions often arise from unresolved issues or fears about the future. When you acknowledge these feelings without judgment and allow them to pass through you, you create space for constructive thoughts to emerge. This practice of emotional awareness allows you to stay grounded, leading to better decision-making and more effective problem-solving. Additionally, cultivating presence enables you to deepen your relationships. By being fully engaged with others, you enhance the quality of your interactions. Listening intently and responding thoughtfully fosters connections that are rooted in authenticity and trust. Relationships flourish when you give your undivided attention to those around you, creating a supportive environment that encourages mutual growth. The energy exchanged in these moments strengthens bonds and nurtures collaboration. Engaging with the present also invites creativity into your life. The act of creation thrives in an environment free from judgment and expectation. When you are present, you allow yourself to explore ideas without the constraints of past failures or future worries. This openness enables you to tap into your imaginative potential, leading to innovative solutions and fresh perspectives. Embracing spontaneity, you discover that some of the best ideas emerge when you least expect them, often from a place of pure exploration and joy. Progress often feels like a linear path, but in reality, it resembles a tapestry woven from myriad threads of experiences. Mastering the present allows you to appreciate the intricate patterns that unfold as you move through life. Each moment, each decision, and each interaction contributes to the larger narrative of your journey. By immersing yourself in the present, you acknowledge the value of these moments, understanding that they collectively shape your future. Moreover, this focus on the now nurtures resilience. When faced with obstacles, a present-oriented mindset enables you to tackle challenges as they arise, rather than becoming overwhelmed by the weight of what lies ahead. Resilience is built through experience, and by engaging with each moment, you equip yourself with the tools to adapt and thrive. In this way, mastery of the present becomes a foundation for a stronger, more adaptable self. It's essential to understand that mastering the present is an ongoing practice, not a destination. It requires dedication and a willingness to engage in self-reflection and growth. By integrating techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling into your routine, you can reinforce your ability to remain anchored in the now. These practices create a deeper connection to your inner self, allowing you to navigate life's complexities with greater ease. The journey of mastering the present transforms the way you approach your goals. Instead of fixating solely on outcomes, you begin to appreciate the value of the process itself. Each step, however small, becomes a meaningful contribution to your overall vision. This shift in perspective empowers you to celebrate your progress, fostering motivation and a sense of fulfillment that fuels further action. In essence, mastering the present is about embracing life as it unfolds. It's an invitation to fully engage with the richness of each moment, recognizing that they are the building blocks of your reality. By cultivating a presence grounded in awareness, emotional intelligence, and creativity, you unlock the door to endless possibilities. You become a co-creator of your experience, navigating the journey with intention and purpose, one moment at a time. Chapter 10. The Legacy of Growth. The journey of personal growth extends far beyond individual achievements. It unfolds into a tapestry that weaves together the stories and aspirations of those around us. Each step you take on your path of transformation has the potential to illuminate the way for others, creating a ripple effect that can inspire change and ignite passion in hearts yearning for growth. The legacy of growth is built not only on personal victories, but on the profound connections you foster and the impact you leave behind. As you navigate your own evolution, you become a living testament to the possibilities that lie within each person. Your experiences, both triumphs and challenges, serve as relatable touchpoints for others who may find themselves struggling with similar circumstances. By openly sharing your journey, you invite vulnerability and authenticity into the conversation about growth. When people see someone they admire facing obstacles, embracing failures, and ultimately rising again, it instills a sense of hope that resonates deeply. Inspiring others involves creating spaces where individuals feel empowered to explore their potential. Your commitment to self-improvement sets an example that encourages those around you to reflect on their own aspirations. By cultivating an environment that celebrates growth, you spark curiosity and motivate others to embark on their paths of discovery. It's not merely about sharing your achievements. It's about engaging in dialogues that invite introspection and dialogue about aspirations and fears. Your legacy is also shaped by the values you embody and the principles you uphold throughout your journey. Integrity, compassion, and resilience resonate profoundly with others, influencing how they perceive their own capabilities. When you lead by example, acting in accordance with your values, you inspire others to do the same. This alignment creates a culture of authenticity that fosters trust, encourages collaboration, and nurtures growth in a collective sense. In the realm of mentorship, your influence can be especially profound. When you extend a helping hand to those seeking guidance, you catalyze a transformative process that goes beyond traditional teaching. Mentorship becomes a symbiotic relationship, where both the mentor and mentee learn, grow, and evolve together. Sharing insights gained through your experiences, equips others with the tools they need to navigate their challenges, ultimately fostering a sense of agency and empowerment. As you build your legacy, it's important to acknowledge the interconnectedness of all lives. The impact of your journey is magnified when you recognize that every individual is part of a larger tapestry of human experience. The lessons you learn can bridge gaps and cultivate understanding across diverse perspectives. By celebrating differences and valuing the contributions of others, you enrich the journey of growth for everyone involved, fostering a sense of community that thrives on mutual support. Consider the ways in which you can create platforms for others to share their stories. Organizing workshops, community events, or online forums invites a collective sharing of experiences and fosters a culture of learning. By amplifying the voices of those who may feel unheard, you encourage a richness of perspectives that enhances the collective understanding of growth. Your legacy is not just about your own achievements, but about the vibrant community that emerges when everyone is encouraged to participate in the journey. Furthermore, the act of giving back plays a crucial role in defining your legacy. Engaging in philanthropic endeavors or volunteering your time and skills to support causes that matter to you creates a lasting impact. Whether through mentorship, teaching, or advocating for social change, these acts of service resonate beyond the immediate moment, influencing future generations. They establish a foundation upon which others can build their dreams and aspirations. Additionally, embracing a mindset of lifelong learning contributes significantly to your legacy. By continuously seeking knowledge, embracing new experiences, and staying open to different viewpoints, you model the very essence of growth. This dedication not only enriches your own journey, but also demonstrates to others the importance of remaining curious and adaptable in an ever-evolving world. Your willingness to learn fosters a culture that values growth as an ongoing process, encouraging others to embrace their own lifelong journeys of discovery. Finally, reflect on the importance of storytelling in shaping your legacy. Narratives hold tremendous power to inspire and connect people across time and space. Sharing your growth story, complete with its challenges, lessons, and triumphs, creates a narrative that others can relate to and draw inspiration from. Your journey becomes a beacon of possibility, illustrating the realities of growth and the myriad paths that can lead to success. The legacy of growth is a dynamic interplay of personal development, shared experiences, and community engagement. It is an invitation for others to embark on their own journeys, fueled by the belief that transformation is not only achievable, but also a collective endeavor. By nurturing relationships, embodying values, and fostering connections, you create a lasting impact that transcends time and space, inspiring generations to come. Your legacy becomes a living testament to the transformative power of growth, reminding us all of our potential to inspire and uplift one another as we navigate the intricate dance of life. Conclusion. As we reach the culmination of this journey, it's essential to pause and reflect on the expansive landscape we've traversed together. What began as an exploration of the power within has blossomed into a profound understanding of the intricate connections between self-discovery, growth, and the legacy we leave behind. Each chapter has revealed not only the pathways to personal transformation, but also the profound impact we can have on the world around us. In the realm of self-improvement, every experience shapes us, crafting the mosaic of our lives. We have ventured through the corridors of our minds, confronted limiting beliefs, and illuminated the shadows that once held us captive. With each revelation, we have learned that growth is not a solitary endeavor but a collective journey that resonates through the hearts of those we touch. Our stories intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of shared experiences that inspire others to embark on their own quests for fulfillment. The seeds of change we plant today will yield the fruits of our tomorrow. Each small action, each mindful choice, compounds over time, leading to exponential growth that transcends our immediate circumstances. Embracing the power of consistency, we have cultivated habits that lay the groundwork for lasting transformation. Our focus becomes a laser beam, illuminating the path toward our goals and helping us navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Moreover, We have uncovered the essence of self-awareness, recognizing that understanding ourselves is the first step toward meaningful change. This awareness acts as a mirror, reflecting our true potential and enabling us to confront our fears and doubts. Through this introspective lens, we become empowered to break free from the chains of old patterns, allowing for a reinvention of our identities that aligns with our highest aspirations. As we close this chapter, let us not view it as an ending but as a new beginning. The journey of growth is an ongoing adventure, one that invites us to continually redefine our paths and expand our horizons. Each moment presents an opportunity to embrace the present, to learn from our past, and to step boldly into our future. The legacy we leave is woven from the fabric of our actions, the compassion we extend, and the inspiration we ignite in others. May you carry forward the lessons learned and the insights gained, sharing them with those around you. Remember that your growth has the power to inspire and uplift, sparking change in ways you may never fully comprehend. As you embark on your next chapter, remain steadfast in your commitment to self-improvement, knowing that the journey is as vital as the destination. Embrace the magic of possibility that surrounds you. Trust in your ability to navigate the unknown, for it is within this uncertainty that the most extraordinary transformations unfold. The world is waiting for your light to shine, and as you continue to grow and evolve, may you inspire countless others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and empowerment. This is not a farewell, but a celebration of what is yet to come. Step boldly into the future, armed with the knowledge that within you lies an unyielding power, a power that can shape your reality and create a lasting impact for generations to come. The adventure continues. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart.